Hey guys, what's up? It's Eli again with Night Jiu-Jitsu. I'm here with Anya and we're talking about passing some stuff. So the thing that I get a lot of questions about is passing half guard, because passing guard has a lot of different, whether it's like open guard, standing, down, seated, gi, no gi, whatever it is. There's some pretty clear step-by-step processes for those. Half guard is a transitional position though, so sometimes it gets a little more confusing. So let's simplify that a little bit if we can. The basic kind of bread and butter pass that I ascribe to the most, and that's not saying that this is the easiest or the simplest or anything else, it just, for me, has the best concepts and best control points that I feel usually whenever I'm passing initially from half guard. So we're gonna start out half guard here like this, and it can be, we'll talk first about what half guard consists of, because half guard can be anything from knee shield to lockdown, scorpion, whatever you want to call it, and just regular figure fours, inside, outside. I'm just going to kind of keep it generic for right now. So whenever I wind up in this kind of half guard position, I want to get my underhook on this side over here. So whatever leg is trapped, I'm getting that underhook. And then I'm going to get my head here, because I don't like for her to have her shoulders and hips and everything aligned this way. If she has her shoulders and hips in alignment, she has good core activation, so it's going to be harder for me to pass that. So I need to get those misaligned if I can and take her out of alignment. So I get here, I'm going to underhook, and then I'm going to get my head over here this way, and I want to keep these down and flat. So I'm trying to get her shoulders flat to the mat. This hand can be palmed down, it's not a big deal. And then next thing I want to do, I want to take this leg, my free leg, out about as far as I can. So whenever I go here and step it out pretty far, I'm bringing her leg to the floor to make sure her hips and shoulders again are out of alignment. This hand here, I'm using this to kind of monitor. And what it's monitoring is to see where her knee is. I know if I can touch her knee here, when I can step on her knee, and that's what I want. Because once I touch that, then I'm gonna bring this back and step on that knee right there, and that's what I'm gonna use to pry my foot free. The reason that I don't keep my hand here, or it'll take a lot more flexibility to bring my other leg out, it's not as strong as my leg, and this hand needs to be ready to be able to scoop this arm up if I can. So I'm gonna come up here, 1, 2, cut my knee out, and keep my hip sitting on her like this. I don't care that my foot is trapped right now, because I wanna make sure that I have her upper body stabilized like this. Then I can reach back with this one and kick whatever else I need back here to free that leg, and then I'm gonna come here. Now, rather than just getting lazy at the end of it and sitting out like this here into a sloppy case and getting her to roll me over, I'm gonna keep high up here like this and picking her arm up on this side. If I had a gi, I'd use the grip. I'm just holding her elbow right now like this. So that's kind of the first one. Let's look at it one more time again. I'm getting the underhook on this side. I'm keeping my head pushing her head away, so I'm gathering up her head and her arm over here like this. I wanna come up here this way, and then I want to take her leg here and lay it on the ground. This foot here, I'm gonna step whenever I feel like I can. Here, clear it just for the knee. Adjust with this arm here to try to get that wrapped up better if I can. And then kick the rest of the way free. And that's gonna be kind of my basic bread and butter pass usually. Now, sometimes something that really messes that up, and something that somebody will throw a lot of times, is to get that lockdown kind of position, lockdown. So if she gets this on my leg and she starts to stretch her legs out like this, what it does oftentimes is, like, if I'm trying to stay heavy on the upper body, whether I'm here or whatever, it pulls away some of the pressure that I can make with it. So I need to clear this lockdown. Now, there's different ways that we can look to do it. I think one of the simplest ways, and doesn't mean it's the easiest thing in the world, but it's a pretty simple process. I'm just gonna pick my leg up while my head is over on this side, of course, but I'm gonna pick my leg up here. I'm gonna take my other free leg, put it underneath, block heel to heel with her, like this. So now she can't follow me, and then I'm gonna clear my leg here. Now, at that point, I like to come here and hide my foot so she doesn't throw me right back into the lockdown one more time again. And so then from here, I can start the passing process. So now I'm gonna pull that shoulder down, get my head to the other side, and then start my whole pass, just like we looked at previously. This one, if I don't feel confident about getting my underhook, then this is a good alternative to it. And so whenever we're here in this half guard kind of position like this, and she's fighting me pretty good on this side, then something I can do instead is either get around her head this way, and I'm gonna try to reach to her armpit on this side, and I'm gonna drive my shoulder into her and make a lot of shoulder pressure on this way. And so as I do that, my leg on this side over here, my free leg, is gonna tuck in underneath and sandwich her bottom leg like this. It's gonna have some kind of figure four kind of pattern, something like this. So I'm gonna start walking my foot up, heel toe, heel toe, heel toe like this. Keep driving the pressure in. I'm being a little nice to her right now, but I want to make heavy pressure. Once I've walked my foot up about as far as I can and I feel it's lifting her hip up off the floor a little bit, then I'm gonna bring my elbow inside and I'm gonna look to scrape and clear until my knee comes through. I'm keeping this right here, so in case she wants to choke back up on it again and get her figure four back, it's gonna make it difficult for her to do that. Next, I'm gonna drive my knee and my hand together to the floor over on this side, like this. So now at that point, I'm in this kind of 3/4 mount position. It's a pretty good position for me to be in. I'm not stressing about clearing my other foot unless I just want to get points in a tournament or something, but from right here, this is a pretty good position, and I have lots of good ways to just clear and take her out of alignment until I can get that foot all the way to the mount, or I can cut back to a knee cut position if I need to. Whatever it is, 3/4 mount's a pretty solid position, so I'm not too worried about it. So again, on this one here, where I'm walking the foot up, I can be underneath like this, or I can bring this one to this side over here, pick her up, and I'm gonna put her back on top of my arm. You know you're doing this one right whenever you can make the pressure and you feel their back pop. That's when you know you're doing it right. So again, I want to make sure that I clear this. If she has that locked down, I want to use my heel to try to dance that out of there. And so I'm going to start walking up heel toe, heel toe, heel toe, get this nice and high, and then I want to start scraping. But this time, I don't feel like I'm going to make the space I need to get this knee clear on the other side. So what I want to do instead here is if I'm pushing and it's not allowing me to make that, then I'm going to get here and put my hand against my own thigh. I'm going to kick this straight for just a second, just to get a scoop. So once I get my hand inside here, I've got this kind of cradled up like this. I'm either on this side of the shoulder or I could still be on the other side of her head. I think this one's better for this particular pass. And so I'm gonna start from here now. Two things can happen. One, I might be able to force this open enough to get my leg out, but oftentimes she knows that she's kind of stuck here. So the only things that she can really do, she can try to recover her guard, or she can try to sweep me, or she can bridge and try to roll me over. Every one of those things require her to open her legs. So I'm just waiting kind of right here. Once she opens her legs to do any of those things, I want to dance my leg out like that, right? So I'm kicking this one up, out, posting. And as soon as I do that, I want to drive this leg over to the floor over on this side so that now she's not immediately trying to re-guard on me. And then I can look to finish my pass this way. So an annoying one that I get asked about a whole lot is this knee shield. Knee shield basically is a shallow half guard where she has her femur here trying to stab me in the chest, something like this. It's a great position for her in some regard because it's making some strong frames. This leg right here can support all my body weight with very little effort on her part. She's got me hooked here so I can't just run past it right away. And her arms are still free to hand fight or to make frames on the upper body if that's what she needs to do. So I need to figure out how to get past this. If it's something as simple as like I can collapse this, then that's good. If she's having a weak frame here and just I can push these together, then that's fantastic. If she knows what she's doing at all and she keeps a good position on me like this here, I'm not gonna be able to do that. So what I wanna try to do instead is I wanna try to push this leg down here like this. I wanna get my knee, this inside knee, up on top of her thigh here, this way. And once I have the knee here clear, the next thing I wanna look to do is I wanna try to reach up, if I can, and grab neck, ear, hair, whatever it is I can up here. If I had the gi, of course I'd grab the collar, but if I can get a hold of this, then I'm gonna drop my shoulder on the outside of her leg here to smash that frame down, and then I'll look to pass this way. Now, personally, I like to kind of keep this cradle going if I can get that cradle situated, and then that way it gives me either a route to the back or a route to side control. If I can get this top leg here and drive it out this way, switch and put my other leg behind it here like this, and now I'm clear this way. Now I can let go with this hand and look to pass to the back, and now I have this near side cradle on this side here, so that'll keep her bunched up, and maybe I have some back exposure off of that too. So anyway, guys, I hope that these are helpful half guard passes. We're dealing with the lockdown, how to dismantle that. If, again, if somebody has a really good technical half guard, then these are kind of oversimplified explanations, but these give you kind of the fundamental framework of how you're gonna deal with the different elements that you're gonna encounter for the most part, whether it's a knee shield, whether it's the lockdown, how to establish underhook, head positioning, how to get them out of alignment so it becomes easier. These are all aspects of guard passing in general, and they apply to half guard, so I hope that these were some helpful ones here for you. And anyway, if you have some questions about anything that I didn't include on there, then let me know in the comments, and I appreciate you guys watching Night Jiu-Jitsu channel.